It was really late on a Saturday night. My friends and I got really bored late at night, and we often find ourselves browsing the deepest depths of the web, just having good old-fashioned, geeky high school fun. We once downloaded a Tor browser and attempted to access the deep web, but with our limited knowledge, we never found the rumored black markets and red rooms. We occasionally do find something interesting, though. Sometimes we'll find a blog ran by somebody who clearly is just using it to rant, and thinks that nobody will ever find it. Well, nobody but a couple of losers with too much time on their hands, such as my friends and I. We found the deepest, darkest inner workings of people's minds, the sketchy, obscure forums, and tons of spam. But hands down, the weirdest thing we've ever discovered came during last weekend's internet browsing. We were messing around, throwing in random, overly specific keywords into the Google search bar in hopes that, just maybe, we'd find something that nobody else ever thought to look up. We spent a couple hours toggling around, finding the occasionally slightly interesting thing, but everything came to a halt when we found this site, thechillcorner.com. The site was relatively well put together, definitely no spectacle of web design, but still nice. It was advertised on the site as a social media site, intended to connect with your friends and share your thoughts. Despite never having heard of the site in my life, the site claimed to have around 30,000 users already. I went to Google and searched up some additional info on the site, but nothing came up. When I typed it in, the site was the only thing that ever came up. Upon additional research, I was unable to find a single thing about the site anywhere else. The only place it was mentioned anywhere on the web was the site itself. I decided to dive deeper into the site. It was set up so that you could view the site without making an account, but could not interact with the post unless you signed up. I decided to remain stealth and just browse. The front page offered some featured users. I clicked on a few of their profiles. It seemed normal enough. Just people posting about their lives, engaging in casual conversation with each other, getting in arguments in the comments, the usual for a social media site anyways. The only odd thing was that there was never a picture of a person, anywhere. People shared photos, vacations, walks in the park, their lunch, but there was never a face or a person anywhere else. I thought that maybe it was some kind of weird community guidelines or privacy policy that nobody could show their face, but it still seemed a little off to me. I delved into some more posts. It appeared that each person was in fact a real person, not bot-like behavior. Real posts and life updates, all in different dialects, different levels of grammatical accuracy, and some even in different languages. I scrolled to the bottom of the site to see if I could find a way to contact the owner of the site, but there was no information for contact or user support. That was weird, but again, it wasn't the most professional site on the web. Later that night in bed, I just couldn't shake the weird feeling off of me. Why was this site so secret? How did 30,000 people find it already? And why did they never mention it at all? Why was not a single person pictured? The thoughts raced through my head as I fell asleep. The next morning, I received a call from my friend Daniel. He's a college junior that I met through a mutual friend, and he's currently majoring in computer science at a relatively well-respected university. He told me that my other friend Anna, who was the person who found the weird site with me the night prior, had contacted him and asked him to help us find some leads. He disclosed that the best bet for finding any information on the site was to attempt to track some IP addresses. I'm not sure why this was his first course of action, but he explained to me somewhat ominously that he had a hunch over what might be going on here. I decided to just let him take the lead. I was never able to comprehend the inner workings of the mind of a computer geek. It was about 8:30 at night when he called back again. However, this time, he was less enthusiastic in tone and more anxious. "Hey, Tara, what'd you find? Why do you sound so freaked out?" He explained his findings in a slightly whispered tone, as if he was paranoid someone was listening to us. "Well, I ran a few IP addresses of some of the users and realized that, for some reason, they were all showing up as the same. I thought maybe there was a logical explanation, but then I tried a few more, and it was still the same. Then I did more and more. I think I did a little over 100 of the users, and Tara, they all have the exact same IP address." "What?" I asked. "How could that be?" I mean, I can't even come to the conclusion that they all just lived near the same area because those users all had different locations on the profiles for where they lived. West Coast, East Coast, Canada, the UK, but somehow all the same IP address. Somehow this had gotten even weirder. Did you find the actual site's IP address? Yeah, it was the exact same. It appears to be somewhere in Utah. So, not only was the site with over 30,000 people that was mentioned nowhere else on the internet, but somehow every person on the site had the same IP address. This was becoming very sketchy, and frankly, just flat out creepy. Daniel told me to give him a few days. He wanted to track IP addresses on a larger amount of people, just to make sure this wasn't just a small majority of the site. He called back this morning to tell me what he found. You might want to sit down for this one. I became nervous. I've been way too heavily invested in this. I've literally skipped my last few days of classes just to research this, because it's just so mind-boggling. But anyways, I traced IP addresses on about 300 more users. Jesus Christ, Daniel, do you sleep? No, but listen, I traced them, and guess what? Every single one of them had the same exact IP. Every single damn one. Oh, what the hell? I asked, exasperated. Listen, Tara, don't freak out, but due to the circumstances, I really think the only explanation for this is that one person is doing all of this. One person is out there running an entire social media site, running thousands upon thousands of accounts, pretending to be different people, talking to themselves? Precisely. Wow. I exhaled into the phone. I really don't know what to do with this information. I added, me neither. I mean, there's nothing I can really do. But I just can't give this out of my mind. There's one person out there, pretending to be thousands of people, having a perpetual conversation with themselves. I'm sorry, but that is just creepy as hell. He said, yeah, no shit. I replied. I've been scrolling through the site for hours now. New posts from different accounts keep showing up. Whoever is doing this is seriously committed. I don't really know what to do from here. So, I've decided to post this here and hope you guys can give me some intel. This whole situation has seriously given me the creeps. Thanks for listening, Wolfpack. If you want to submit your own story, the links for my email and subreddit will be down below. I've also created a Discord, so if you want to join that, the link will be in the description down below as well. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And with that said, have beautiful nightmares, and I will see you next time.